I lived in a haunted house in a third world country called the Dominican Republic. Do you want to hear about it? Watch my video. Thank you. Welcome. My name is Laura, and I'm really happy that you're here. So I'm gonna tell a story. And while I tell that story, I'm gonna do my makeup. And this is what I want to recreate. We're gonna do like a variation of this look because I don't have the exact blue color. But it'll be fine. All the products are gonna be linked down below if you're interested. I lived in Dominican Republic. It was an apartment. It was a second floor apartment. It was owned by my grandfather in the capital of Santo Domingo, Gascue, the city. We moved there, and first thing I noticed when we moved there was that the ceilings were extremely tall. Like, they were really tall. It was so weird, the architecture. It was really unique. I had never seen anything like it before. So that was like the first thing that stood out to me. And the floor plan of the apartment was really weird too. For this video, I started doing research to find out more to see if I could find anything specific about that building or the area. And I came across some super interesting information. Gascue is actually the oldest city in Santo Domingo, in the capital. People started settling there in the 1900s. Yeah, it was in the 1900s. When people started settling there, they were actually very affluent people. It was people that had money. They created every apartment that they would create, every house that they would create had to have a specific set of standards. So among these standards was the tall ceilings. I thought, wow, so maybe that building that we lived in was really from the 1900s, like 1900s, 1920s. That's really old. No wonder it was haunted. Several people died there, for sure. I'm trying to find where is my concealer? Oh, it's right here. One of the things that would happen to me was I would be sitting down on my computer and I would just be working on my stuff and I would see black shadows behind me. You know when you see something at the corner of your eye? Comment down below if you've had any similar type of experiences. So let me know, because I know I'm not crazy, but some people do think I'm crazy.
Ah, fuck you.
Some people don't believe in this, but this is real. This is really real. If you haven't lived in a haunted house, congratulations. You're lucky. It's not a good thing. It drains all your energy. So I would be at the computer and I see something behind me, this would happen every day. This wasn't like, oh, it happened one day. Every single day that I would sit at the computer. And I'd literally be all the time, and mind you, I didn't even mention this. I lived with my mother, my little sister. We had a dog named Angel, a miniature pinscher, and we had a maid. No, we're not rich. Maids are like $300 a month. At that time, I just thought that, why am I seeing things at the corner of my eye? That's weird. But then I realized, because there's There's people living here that are invisible. That's why. That's why you're seeing shadows at the corner of your eyes. Because if you see shadows at the corner of your eyes and you go and you look and there's nothing there, there was something there. Another thing that would happen was when I took a shower. Literally, anytime I would go take a shower and I would have to take my clothes off. Obviously. I would feel like someone was watching me. I would be taking a shower like this. If I was washing my hair, first of all, if I wasn't washing my hair, my eyes would be like this the whole time. Because I could feel like something was watching me. Which is so strange because I didn't really have that feeling that strongly anywhere in the house. So what was that? And when I would wash my hair, literally, I lived in 10 houses. More than that, because I'm not counting the houses that I've lived in the United States. And that has never happened to me. Whenever I felt that feeling of something looking at me, I would feel it in my bones. It's like, you know, when you're somewhere and you feel like someone is looking at you and you look and there's someone looking at you? Okay, like that. So I would always feel this, and it was only in the bathroom. Another thing is electronic things in my house never worked. Mind you, in DR, se va la luz, which means the light goes out. Most people had like light, they would have a generator. We didn't have that. So we had candles. Yeah, that's what we had. The TV sometimes wouldn't work. Like anything electric would have issues. So I always thought like maybe it's because, you know, the light goes out, so that messes up your shit, right? So at our house, we had a lot of parties. Our house was like the party house because my mom was a cool mom. She was a very cool mom.
I just want you to know, if you need anything, don't be shy, okay? There are no rules in this house. I'm not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
One of our friends at one of these parties, at that time, there were like flip phones. That was a long time ago. And he took a picture with his phone of our living room. There was a single person like couch, and what you saw on the couch was like a smoky figure. Literally, it was like a smoky figure sitting on the chair. And when we looked at it, we were like, oh my God, there's someone there. This house was fucking haunted. I just can't talk while I'm doing that. Our friend took that picture and he was just shooketh. I was scared because it's like I always felt things, but I never saw something in front of me like, hey, how are you doing? How's your day going? Thank God, because I would have died. And I would always pray to God to not let me see anything that I could not recover from. Because I cannot handle that. I can't handle it. I can't. I could feel it. All right, I feel you're there. I got the goosebumps. I could feel it. I feel the energy, the heavy energy. But I don't want to see you. Don't give me that ability, please. And I don't want to hear you either. The person who actually took the picture deleted it. That same person, I think we had like a gathering. There was people over the house and the light went out. And he said that he literally ran out of the house.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
And I was like, what's going on? I felt somebody pull my pants. Like somebody tugged on my pants. And I was like, wow. all the visitors that would go to our house would experience some type of paranormal activity. Kids would go to our house, and I remember our little cousin, she actually lived on the first floor below us, and we were chilling in our bedroom, me and my sister, and all of a sudden our little cousin comes out screaming from the bathroom, and she's like, oh my god, oh my god. And we were like, what is going on? Like, what's going on? She's like, there's a girl in the bathroom with a red skirt looking in the mirror. And me and my sister were like, what? So, like I said, it was just confirmation after confirmation that the place was like really haunted. I literally couldn't sleep at night. I had a Bible, and I remember I would hold my Bible like really tight at night. And our maid actually told us, she's like, you have to get holy water and you have to put a cross on your forehead. This is what I have to do to live here? How about we move? Also, our beds would actually shake at night. Yeah, and it wasn't an earthquake. Because earthquakes don't happen every day, do they? Okay, yeah. Now that I think of it and I'm talking about my experience, I'm like, this is actually insane. Like, the things that would happen to me on a almost daily basis were insane. And I wouldn't say it was traumatizing, but it was definitely an experience that made me believe in the afterlife. It's hard because it drains all your energy. So, me and my sister, actually, we didn't really get along. We fought all the time. And we were so scared in that house. We had our own, we shared a room, but we had our own separate bed. And we would sleep in one bed together with our back towards each other to protect ourselves. Isn't that sad? I think so. So that's what we would do in order to feel safe in the house. And we were, how old was I? I was like, what, 16? 15, 16. So we weren't like little children. We were teenagers that were literally scared as fuck. Also had nightmares. It was more like physical, spiritual attacks that we would have, because I would feel like something was like pressuring my chest. And anytime I would try to like fight against it, I would literally, I would like feel like I was coming off the bed. That's how strong it was. Like, I was fighting that energy, and I felt like my chest was getting crushed. Comment down below. What do you think it is? Are you a psychic or a medium? Can you please help me? Because I really want to figure out what that was. I don't think it was demonic. I think it was like spirits, but I don't know. And when I go back to Dominican Republic, I want to do more research on the building. Based on my research, I think the building is definitely old, like I said. But I really want to know more information. So my investigation isn't going to stop here. Not something that happened to me, which literally blew my mind. I'm not sure where this even comes from, like country-wise. I don't know where this comes from, but it's called leer la taza. So leer la taza is basically like you're drinking a cup of coffee, you drink it, and then you leave a little bit in. And you put it on top of the stove on top of heat, and you wait until like it gets tacky, I guess. And then you flip it over and you read it. Or there's people that read it. My aunt, one of my aunts, she didn't get paid for this. She was naturally talented at doing this. And I know she is because she would tell me things about myself that no one knew about me. No one. And I would just be shocked. Like, so one time, I don't know if she knew that her house was haunted. But after she read the cup, she told me, she was, at that time, I was in a relationship with someone. I was in a relationship with someone that I hate. Anyway, so she reads the cup for me and she's like, there's a spirit here. It's a guy. There's a spirit here that lives here. And he doesn't understand why you're in a relationship with this guy. So even the spirits know the bad decisions that I make about my life? How about you ask him what he's doing there? What is he doing there? How did he die? Are you serious right now? And she said it so nonchalantly. Wow, confirmation. So one of the scariest things that happened, one time I got home and there was no one home. And remember I told you we had a dog named Angel. He was a miniature pinscher, very intelligent dog. This dog would literally escape from the house, run away. He barked at everything that passed by. It could be a bike. It could be people, somebody on roller skates. He was, you know those crazy dogs that they'll stand at the window and they bark at the leaf passing by? That was him. That was him. So I come home and I open the door wide open. It's pitch black. There's no light. I was like, hello? Yeah, nobody's there. I am not going in my house alone. That's for damn sure. I'm not going in there alone. I was never alone in the house, ever. Now that I think of it. So I stand on the balcony. I hope this is looking okay. And I call my mom and my sister and I'm like, where are you guys? Where are you guys? Like, you need to come home. I'm outside on the balcony. It's dark. I am not going in there. Mind you, this whole time I'm calling my dog. Angel, Angel. Because I'll feel safer with my dog. My dog did not come out. That made me even more nervous because I'm like, where's Angel? Like, he doesn't bark, nothing. I'm getting the chills right now, actually. I was just scared, And so I sit like on the stairs in front of the door that's open. Everything is dark. You could literally look up at the sky and see all the stars in the sky. So let me explain to you a little bit the layout of the house. We lived in a second floor, like I said. When you would come up the stairs, there was a huge balcony. Then this was the front door. And there were windows on this side. And that was the kitchen. It was full of windows. It was a long kitchen. So you could kind of see, like, if you were in the kitchen, you could see, like, who was at the front door. So I was standing at the front door. I start hearing in the kitchen, there's people in the kitchen, like, grabbing plates, moving stuff, opening cabinets. And when I hear that, I'm like, who the fuck is in the house? There's someone in the house. So logically, right, if this happens to you, I know there's no one in the house. I know that. But like, I could hear someone in the house. So you literally doubt yourself. You're like, I was literally like, oh my goodness, like I've lost my mind. I have lost my mind in this house. I lost my mind. I started crying. I just started crying, and I called my mom and my sister again. I'm like, you need to come home. Like, and I remember I was like, you know what? I sat on the other side of the balcony in the corner, like the farthest I could sit. I sat in the corner and I was just crying. Like, I'm hearing stuff now. Like, what is that? It's scary. It's scary. Ooh, this winged eyeliner is gonna be a blast. When my mom and my sister get home, the first thing I do is go to the kitchen. The dog was in the house and he was fine. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he was doing. They were holding him hostage because he was crazy as fuck. Do I look like a cat or what? I did my best. Another thing that happened, another situation that happened that was also one of the freakier situations. There was like this little pink Canon camera that all the girls used to have in the club. Yeah, we had that camera and we were taking pictures with the camera. So after we looked at the pictures, we noticed there was a picture that had the smoke again. So it was weird because I'll try to insert a picture of what it looked like, because it didn't look like smoke, like cigarette smoke or like regular smoke. It looked like streaky like white. When I zoomed into it, I literally, and I don't have the picture, unfortunately. We lost it because we were 15 years old and we lost it. We moved 10 times. We had a stable childhood. So we lost it. But when I zoomed into the picture, into the smoke, I could see eyes. I could see faces and eyes. And I was like, you know what? This is just proof that we have that the house is haunted. Something that I actually forgot to mention is our maid would sometimes respond to us. She'd be like, what happened? What? And we'd be like, what are you talking about? She's like, you guys weren't calling me? That would happen all the time. Even with my mom too. They'd hear us calling them, but we weren't. So that is another phenomenon that would happen. My eyelash is clumped. That house really left a mark on me that I will never forget. And sometimes I wonder, I truly wonder, if I ever go back, will the spirits remember me? And isn't that a weird thing to actually think about with people that are dead? Because I think about that. So I'm gonna take a little break and I'll be right back with my lips and my eyebrows done. That was basically my experience living in a haunted house in Dominican Republic. And like I said, that house will leave a mark on me that will never go away. And I do want to vlog when I go back to the Dominican Republic to see who lives there. I'm gonna go to the location. I'm gonna try to find out more history on the building and who's lived there, and it'll be really interesting, and I'm super excited about that. Does it look like the picture? Wait, let me see. I mean, she has a whole foundation, contouring, all of that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So, like I said in the beginning of the video, all the products that I used are gonna be linked down below if you guys are interested. Thank you so much for watching my video. And if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're interested in hearing more really interesting stories, spiritual experiences, product reviews, hauls, etc. So I hope to see you back, and thank you so much for listening. Thank you.